Hey YouTube, it's Trey again. Uh, Normally I wouldn't make a video this soon, but I wanted to do one, and the reason being is that one of my subscribers who we've been chatting back and forth, these comments and things of that nature. He just made a video and I watched it, and so first things first, I wanted to shout out to Alan, retired in the Philippines. I wanted to say hello and congratulations. And the reason being is that he said he's been here, I think it said 25 months, and he's been married for 2 years, and tomorrow is his anniversary. And that's a major accomplishment for anyone these days. I mean, being happily married and all that other fun stuff is it's a challenge, and we all know this and stuff. But he wanted to talk about in his video about Tampo, and you know what? I honestly understand where he's coming from, and it's a great topic, and I will tell you that look him up and see his take on it, and see what he has to say. I just really, I think it's important if you're coming over here and you're thinking about getting into a relationship with a Filipina. It's really important to learn about some of these things, and I want to tell you, Tampo is real. You can handle it different ways, but if you don't know what Tampo is, and he explained it pretty well, it's where your Filipina gives you the silent treatment, and they want to be left alone. They don't like confrontation, and they don't want to tell you what's wrong. They just want to be left alone, or they want to ignore you, however you want to look at it. And that's really a real thing. There's different ways you can handle it, but as a foreigner, it's very difficult for us to understand that, because we've always been taught to address the issue, address it head on and find out what the problem is so you can fix it. Because if you don't know, you can't fix it. Well, they don't really want you to know, and they want to avoid conflict. And I just want to say that there are ways that you can try to handle it. First things first, have her explain to you what her meaning of Tampo is, and why it happens. It's pretty important that you understand if they're going to do it. I've been able to cut that out of my life pretty much. And I've done that, and I'll tell you my ways of handling it. And everybody's going to have their own way of handling things. First and foremost, I just don't deal with it. That's just the simple, honest truth. And so the short and easy is that you can do it a couple of different ways. And this may sound funny, but the truth is that the quickest way, at least in my situation, to make my Filipina get out of her Tampo mood is to go to Jollibee's and get some food. I mean, it's the quickest, the simplest, because it's hard, because they want that Jollibee's. They're like, oh my God, food, rice, chicken. Yeah, that's a real thing. And you may laugh and you like, but they really, really do respond to Jollibee's for whatever reason. The other thing is to go get Jollibee's and eat it yourself and ignore them at the same time. They hate that. And there's like, they give in to their temptations and like, what are you doing? Did you get me anything? And if you tell them no, oh, you're in trouble. Oh my God. So make sure you have enough. You don't have to give it to them right away, but make sure there's enough to give her some. And usually she'll open up. And once she gets that, hangry feeling over her because you just made her hungry, things tend to get better. Now, here's my favorite solution. And this is the one I like to use because, well, let's just be honest. I don't like to go out and get Jollibee's. It's not my favorite thing. It's okay, but it's not my favorite thing. So, I took it a little step further. She decided to give me some Tampo, and I decided to give it right back. But if she gave me Tampo for 3 hours, I gave it to her for 12. And guess what? that drives her nuts. They're like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you doing this? What is wrong? Did I do something wrong? They start questioning themselves. It's true. They're like, did I do something wrong? Oh shit. Oh yeah. As this one's over here laughing, she's like, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I asked myself, oh no, did I do something wrong? Seriously, you know what? It didn't take too many times of me doing that. And if she gave it to me for a whole day, I gave it back to her for a week. And you know what? You have to let them know it doesn't bother you. If you're going to act that way and be childish about it, it's their culture. I don't know if it's taught to them or it's something they learned or whatever the case is. They saw something on TV or social media, but whatever the case is, it's a real thing and they will give it to you and you won't know what you did wrong. And the truth is, honestly, you can do absolutely nothing wrong and they have Tampo.
Yeah.
They can have a bad dream and you cheated on them and they have Tampo and you have no clue. It is a real thing, guys. But, you know, you're going to have to figure out different ways to handle it. And coming over here and saying that, well, I'm just not going to deal with her and that's the end of the relationship. You know what? You could do that, but you're going to be a lonely man and a miserable man. All right? You got to learn to work together and figure this out together if you're going to deal with that type of situation. And, you know, like I said, I did this video just to tell Alan, you know, on YouTube, happy anniversary. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you.
For surviving.
Yeah, you survived 2 whole years of being married. I mean, kudos, brother. Because most marriages don't work, and you took a big chance, and you came over here, as you told me your story, you know, coming over here and setting everything up and getting married after you got here for 3 days, I guess. I think that's what you said. If I got that wrong, I apologize. But, you know, you made it work, at least so far. So, you know, that's a big deal. And apparently you have experienced Tampo in your life. And anybody that's been over here, they have experienced it if you've dated any of the Filipinos or the locals. It's inevitable. They all do it. But you do have to find a way to do it. And you need to understand that this thing is real. Find a common ground. Come to some conclusion. Or you can just be like me and just, you know, if you don't want to be treated that way, don't treat me that way. Because, as I always tell everybody, you know, treat people the way you want to be treated. And if you want to be treated like that and ignored, I'm just going to do it right back to you. And if you don't like it, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. Either way, be aware. It is what it is. Congratulations to you, Alan. And good luck to anyone trying to date in the Philippines. There's going to be a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges. And it's a lot of work. But, you know, for some, it's a nice change of pace. Okay. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Happy anniversary. Take care, bud.